Welcome back here to the Nitech Sports Center in North Richland Hills, Texas. I'm Alex Von Coydel bringing you Wildcats hockey on the Wildcats Broadcast Network. And to our YouTube listeners, we apologize for the inconvenience of the broadcast interruption. Not sure what happened there, but we've got a new link up and running. We hope you've been able to find that okay. If not, it is posted on Twitter. And to recap this game for you up till now, the Lone Star Brahmas and the Wichita Falls Wildcats have hashed it out in a very low-scoring and tight-checking game here at the Nitech Sports Center in suburban Fort Worth. The only goal up till this point after 40 minutes of play being scored by Bud Madej on a one-timer off a pass from Oscar Andrin. That came quite some time ago at the 3-minute mark of period one. Then there have been no goals. There have been a few penalties, but not a whole lot. 3 on the part of the Wildcats and 2 for the Brahmas. Neither power play has been able to do anything up till this point in the game. Despite both power play units being strong, the Brahmas man advantage is 5th in the league, while the Wildcats is 2nd. But then again, both penalty killing units are also exceptional. The Brahmas have the best penalty kill in the North American Hockey League. Wildcats have the 7th. Shots on goal after 40 minutes of play favor the Lone Star Brahmas, 17-12. News around the league, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights have done it. They pulled off a win against their East Division rivals, the New Jersey Titans, by a score of 6-3. But Middletown Ice World in Newark, New Jersey. The Odessa Jackalopes are out in front of the Amarillo Bulls, as they have been for the majority of their game tonight. The only Bulls goals have been scored by Charlie Singerhouse, George Mika, and Nicholas Santoro. The Bulls actually opened the scoring 3.5 minutes into period one, but the Jackalopes scored 6 unanswered goals. Eric Carreras has got a hat trick, and Hampus Shodal's got 2 on the night. About 14 minutes remain in that game out at the Ector County Coliseum in western Texas. The Springfield Junior Blues have really mustered a comeback. They've scored 4 unanswered against the Janesville Jets, and looks like they are en route to a victory at the Nelson Center in Springfield, Illinois. They managed to pull off the win. The Springfield Junior Blues will improve to 8-3-1 in a very competitive Midwest division, which features the Fairbanks Ice Dogs, the Minnesota Wilderness, the Janesville Jets, and then some. And boy, is that some pretty impressive company. The Fairbanks Ice Dogs lead the league in points this season. The Minnesota Wilderness won the Robertson Cup last season, and the Janesville Jets had the best record in the North American Hockey League last season. 49 wins out of 60 games played, so some pretty tough competition in that division. Meanwhile, in Aberdeen, the Wings are hosting the Robertson Cup runners-up in the Austin Bruins, who are defeating the Wings by a score of 2-1 at the Odie Ice Center up in South Dakota. About 9.5 minutes to go in that contest. And the Bismarck Bobcats hosting the Minnesota Magicians at the VFW Sports Center. Trailing to their Minnesota counterparts by a score of 3-2. Minotauros still maintaining their lead over the Robertson Cup champion Minnesota Wilderness. 3-2 the score in that game. Minotauros scored the first 3 goals. Looks like Minnesota may be en route to a comeback here. They've scored 2 unanswered, and they are in the second intermission of that game. The Minot Minotauros leading scorer Johnny Walker, of course, having just committed to Arizona State University. Congratulations to him, an Arizona-born kid, a Phoenix native. Congratulations to Johnny and his family. That is it from around the North American Hockey League as far as live games are concerned. Of course, there are a couple of Alaska games tonight, but those will not be played until much later because of the time change. The Fairbanks Ice Dogs hosting the Aston Rebels, and the Kenai River Brown Bears hosting the Johnstown Tomahawks. A couple of Eastern teams are way out west in Frontierland in Alaska. As far as this game is concerned, we will be bringing you third period action in just a couple of minutes. Don't go away. And we are back here at the NITEC Sports Center in suburban Fort Worth, Texas. The third period face-off is underway, and it's won by Alexei Poikala. Noah Gilreath banks it off the far side boards and into the Brahmas zone. And the Cats have really got to pull something together here. They've only managed a dozen shots 40 minutes into this game. They are not accustomed to trailing, much less not scoring. Jacob Dalton skies one into the Lone Star zone. It goes behind the net. Giles tries to get it out. Berardinelli, check that, Hogan Davidson eventually does. Beaulieu against Davidson in a puck battle and getting a whistle here. Not sure what the cause of the whistle is, but it looks like it's going to be 2 minutes against Austin Beaulieu. Didn't see what he did there, folks, but he's heading to the Wildcats penalty box. And for the 4th time tonight, the Cats find themselves short-handed. They're 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. But the Brahmas have a very formidable power play attack. They are 5th in the North American Hockey League coming into this game. As Peter Bates loses the face-off to Nick Rosa in the near circle in the Wildcat zone. Puck battle ensuing near corner boards, given back to Cameron Clark near point. Gets the return from Bates. Cameron Clark drives. He just missed the net. Didn't miss by a whole lot. Played around the near half wall and it faked out Bates and goes all the way down into the Brahma zone. Behind the net, Connor O'Brien leaves it there for Cam Clark. Picked up there by the speedy Swede. Martin Melberg gains the Wichita Falls line, takes it wide, shoots, and a pad save is made in goal by Kappelmaster. Puck fired all the way down Hustling after it is Albrecht, but the goaltender O'Brien beating him to it and playing it around in behind his own net. Peter Bates has got it now. Bates brings Cam Clark across the Wichita Falls line, gets it beyond Goodsir's reach, goes in behind the net. Pataba kicks it all the way around the boards to the far point for Dalton Skelly. Paisan desperately tried to whack it off his stick and beyond the blue line. No luck with that. Cameron Clark into the corner. Brahmas applying some pressure here while on the man advantage, but a sharp angle bid missed the net up high and goes out of play. So we get a whistle. 51 seconds to go here on this Austin Beaulieu penalty. 18 minutes and 16 seconds to go in period 3. 1-0 still your score in favor of the Lone Star Brahmas. The only goal being scored by Bud Madej in the first period. About 3 minutes in. Goodsir loses the face-off near circle. Bud Madej walks the blue line. Pataba swings it to the far point. Pass is read and picked off by Paisan, who's got a one-on-one against Madej shorthanded. Paisan's drive hit a stick and deflected up high over the net and out of play. Cats have done an excellent job on this penalty kill and on every penalty kill so far this evening. They have yet to concede a power play goal to a very formidable power play attack. Rosa, Ben Lown, Noah Gilraith, and Jake Dalton on the ice for this Wichita Falls penalty killing unit. Jake Dalton's got it in the neutral zone. Has to ratchet back. He felt the pressure coming from Alex Berardinelli, but he dumped it into the Brahma zone. Less than half a minute to go on this Lone Star power play, their fourth of the night. And they have yet to convert. It's guided into the Wildcat zone. Deep behind Kapellmaster's net. 3 Brahmas converge on the loose puck. 5 players battling away for it in the near corner. Now 6 battling away. The officials demanding they move the puck. This is a very long scrum. Finally comes loose, and Berardinelli's shot is soaked up by Justin Kapellmaster, and he hangs on. Just 3 seconds to go on this Austin Beaulieu penalty. 17 and a half to go in regulation time. The Cats trailing the Brahmas by a score of 1-0, and it's been that way for the last 40 minutes of hockey here at the NYTEX Sports Center. Ben Lown is off the ice now. Eric Yeager is on, and he's going to take this face-off against Hogan Davidson. To the right of Justin Kapellmaster in the Wildcat zone. Yeager wins the draw, goes into the near corner. Rounds is pressured by Peter Kessel, banks it off the far half boards, but not out. Kept in momentarily there by Bates, guided in behind the net, played by Baum. Jeff Baum with his head up, he's got Litviak breaking, but he's outnumbered in the neutral zone. Instead goes to the far side for Austin Beaulieu, who backhands one on goal, and it's stopped. Rebound goes behind the net, picked up again by Beaulieu. Turns, played it in behind. Litviak pinned to the half wall there by Estes. Closed off emphatically, and that's going to be a penalty against the Lone Star Brahmas. It was Bud Madej who ran into him, and it looks like it's going to be a hold against the Brahmas. Hogan Davidson complaining all the way to the penalty box, and I would not be surprised if this penalty is against him, and it is. Still yapping away, Hogan Davidson's got to be tempting for the referee, Jeffrey Parker Jr., to not give him another 2 for the mouth. Davidson having a seat here, and the Cats for the 3rd time tonight go to the Jim Arnold Collision power play. They have yet to convert. Coming into this game, they had the 2nd best power play in the North American Hockey League, so one would think they're due here. But Wickline just blasts it all the way down around the end boards, and it goes behind Kapellmaster's net. Pass missed Michael Rounds. Loose puck stolen there by Bates. Whacked off his stick by Nick Rosa on the back check. Corralled by Goodsir. Slides it across for Nick Rosa. Rosa sidestepping Berardinelli. Gains the blue line and turns. Near point. Going back to the deep slot for Michael Rounds. No shooting lane. Returning Rosa. Side of the net. One-timer soaked up there by Connor O'Brien. What a save on Max Reisinger by O'Brien. He's got his 14th stop of the night, and it's a dandy. Cats send out their next power play unit, featuring Eric Yeager, Austin Bolio, Andre Paisan, Alexei Poikla, and Jake Dalton. Poikla gets the return from Dalton, then gives it back to him. In the deep slot, fed it far circle. Poikla is rink wide. Poikla steps in, tried to feed one side of the net. A shot, they score. No, it goes wide. I thought that was in, but it went through the blue paint. My goodness, I thought that was a goal. Jake Dalton in his own end. Alexei Poikla. Dalton once again in the neutral zone. 50 seconds to go on this man advantage. Eric Yeager steps across the Lone Star line. He's onside. Dropped off. Bolio's got it. Tried to return for Yeager. Dalton keeps it alive. Far point. Guides it towards the corner. Glove down there and cleared out to center, but no further. Dalton had his pocket picked there by Berardinelli, who guides it back to Giles. And the Brahmas with plenty of time here as the Cats are in the midst of a line change. A spring pass finding Berardinelli. Great poke check there by Austin Albrecht, who just knocked the puck off Berardinelli's stick. And Berardinelli couldn't stop in time. He just slammed into the goal. And he's hurt. Berardinelli is not getting up, folks. That was a very good defensive play by Austin Albrecht. Make no mistake, but he may have gotten a piece of Martin Melberg, or Alex Berardinelli rather, and caused him to lose control. But he very well could have just not been able to slow down in time. From here, it looked like a very good defensive play made by the veteran winger, Austin Albrecht. But he's getting a penalty. Got to be for tripping. And Alex Berardinelli is just now getting back to his skates, it looks like, in behind the Lone Star net, as he gets a round of applause from this very supportive Nitech Sports Center crowd. Berardinelli skating under his own power. He appears to be all right. Got to give credit to Justin Kappelmaster there. He saw what was happening in front of him, and he jumped to avoid collision with Alex Berardinelli. But regardless, it's a 2-minute tripping penalty against Austin Albrecht, so the remainder of the Cats' power play is canceled out. They've got half a minute on the 4-on-4 with Hogan Davidson still in the box. And with that penalty against Albrecht, the Cats have found themselves in the box 5 times tonight, as Bates and Melberg switch places in the face-off circle. Given back far point, John Zimmerman's shot through traffic goes wide. Didn't miss by much on the short side, and the Wildcats skate the other way with it. Jeff Baum leads the rush the other way, and offside was Adam Goodsir, so a whistle blows, stopping play. 18 seconds to go on the Hogan Davidson penalty. Face-off is won by the Cats. Jeff Baum in his own end. Ben Lown didn't have anywhere to pass it to, so he takes it himself and dumps it in behind the Lone Star net. Connor O'Brien gave it away to Lown, but he was pressured there and didn't have anywhere to go with it. Picked up by Dalton Skelly. Pressured there by Lown. Davidson's out of the box. And the Brahmas escape their own zone with it. Davidson now going for a line change. Martin Melberg trying to toe drag past the Wildcats defender Jeff Baum. No luck with that. And the Cats are able to clear as they go to work here on their 5th penalty kill of the night. They complete a full line change. Nick Rosa, Nikita Litviak, Holden Cronin, and Rourke Russell on the ice as the Wildcats penalty killers. The Lone Star Brahmas skate it back the other way. Loose puck corralled in the deep slot by Litviak, and not sure how this is ruled to be offside, but it is. Not the right call there made by the officials, but the faceoff comes out to the neutral zone. Nick Rosa against Cody Wickline. Won by Wickline. Kyle Pataba skates it back into his own zone, goes behind his own net. The Brahmas have 55 seconds to go on this man advantage as Austin Albrecht serves the 2-minute tripping minor, which was possibly the best penalty or most timely penalty of the season. It was a very good defensive play made by Albrecht. Bud Madej's drive from the near point is stopped by Kappelmaster, or it might have been blocked in front. Fed back far point, Cam Clark's got it. Sent into the deep slot. Bud Madej walks the blue line, shoots through traffic, goes just wide, and Kappelmaster dove over to get a glove on it as he makes another save. Less than 14 minutes to go in period 3. 1-0 your score in favor of the Brahmas. It stood this way for the last 20-plus minutes of hockey since the first period off a Bud Madej one-timer. Madej's out there now, and so is Peter Bates, who will try to win the face-off to him, but Poikala said no. The Brahmas eventually get it to Madej, however, near point. Sends it D-to-D there for Cam Clark. Cam Clark walks the line, sent into the corner. Breaka shoots through traffic, and that one is sticked away by Kappelmaster. Picked up by Berardinelli. He overskated it, held alive there by Madej. Sets up Cameron Clark, moving in, shooting one. That one just missed the net. Goes around the near half boards, kept in by Madej. Played in behind the net. Bates misses the handle on the puck. Dalton slams Berardinelli into the half boards. Goes in behind the net. Albrecht out of the box. Picked up by Gilray, turned over. Breaka looks. Sends one in front, steered aside there by Kappelmaster. Loose puck far side, shot again, stopped by Kappelmaster. Played in behind the net, around the corner boards. Berardinelli's got it, fed it in front, redirected wide and high by Tomas Breaka, and up and over the net and out of play. 13-11 to go here in period 3. Shots on goal now favoring the Brahmas by a commanding 8-point margin, 22-14 in that department. 1-0, however, is still the score. The Cats have really got to do something to jumpstart this offense, which has not generated a whole lot from the start since the start of this game. Nick Rosa in the neutral zone wins the draw. Jeff Baum in his own end. D-to-D for Michael Rounds. With his head up, his pass missing Nick Rosa. It was redirected off a Lone Star stick. Pass through the neutral zone, redirected off Davidson, played there by Baum. Back out to the Lone Star zone. Lazarus applying the forecheck, but the Brahmas get it out to center as they could have numbers the other way. As Christian is slammed into the glass there by Austin Albrecht on a good body check. Nick Rosa skates it out of harm's way. Feeds Jeff Baum flying down the near side. Jeff Baum puts on the brakes, put it in front there for Lazarus, who it was rolling on, so he had to delay and corral that puck. Goes into the corner with it, pinned to the boards there by Giles. Albrecht tries to set up Rosa, goes instead to Baum. Baum works his way around the boards, sent one in front, goes all the way to back. Cronin shoots one, stick save is made in goal there by O'Brien. Played in behind the net by Hogan Davidson. Davidson turned it over. Baum forechecking hard against Hogan Davidson, who dropped it off there for Estes, who fires it off the glass and out to center, where it's redirected back deep into Wildcat territory. A dozen minutes to go here in period 3. 1-0 still your score in favor of the Lone Star Brahmas. Rourke Russell mishandled the puck a bit, gets it beyond Goodsir's reach. Zimmerman fanned on the clearing attempt. Paisan's offside as he had crossed the line, and whistle blows again, stopping play. Goodsir didn't like the call, but the right call was made. He had not crossed the line in time, and we get another stoppage. 1-0 still your score. Less than a dozen minutes to go in period 3. 22-16 are the shots on goal, favoring the Lone Star Brahmas. Goodsir wins the face-off and picks it up himself. Played it off the far side boards. Litviak whacks it deep into Brahma ice. Martin Melberg has to turn and bank it off the glass out to center. Dalton's pass went off Wickline's skate, corralled there by Paisan, who sets up Litviak. Couldn't toe drag around Martin Melberg. Loose puck cleared beyond Paisan's reach and out to center there for Oscar Andrin. Andrin found Melberg. Skelly dumps into the Wildcat zone. Dalton goes D-to-D for Noah Gilreath. Gilreath gains the Lone Star line, takes it wide on Dalton Skelly. Gilreath tried to one-hand it in behind the net there for Litviak, but it's picked up there by Martin Melberg instead and sent back to his defenseman and John Zimmerman, who will kill a little bit of time here behind his own net. Less than 11 minutes to go now. Lone Star still leads 1-0. Fed into the neutral zone. Troy York dumped it into the cat zone, missing Kyle Pataba. A battle ensues in the near corner. Lown jostling to get it out. Sent around the end boards. Played into the middle. A shot missed the net there on the short side. Picked up by Ben Lown. Lown's pass missing Eric Yeager going into the Lone Star zone. Cameron Clark has got it. Banked off the far side boards. Michael Rounds for Ben Lown, who tipped it further. But the Brahmas are right back on it. Cameron Clark with a full head of steam. Tried to dangle past a couple of Wildcats defenders and split the D. No luck with that. Puck ends up behind the Cats net. Baum with a backhand pass finding Ben Lown. A long shot from the blue line is stopped in and out of the glove of Kappelmaster on the rebound. Eluded the stick there, fortunately, of Kyle Pataba. Corralled by Sean Giles. Giles back the other way. Shot from a bad angle is stopped by Kappelmaster. Puck fired off the boards, redirected off Bolio's stick. Corralled there by Alexei Poikala. Poikala on a delayed offside decides to touch the puck, so a whistle blows and we get another stoppage. Here we have crossed the midway point of the final regulation frame. We're at 9 minutes and 47 seconds to go here in period 3 at the Nitech Sports Center in North Richland Hills, Texas. 1-0 still your score, as it has been for the last 25 minutes or so. 45 minutes or so, rather, ever since the 3.5-minute mark of period 1. Shots on goal favoring the Brahmas by a margin of 8, 24-16 in that department, and we get our third period media timeout. Third period media timeout has come to an end, and the faceoff is won in the neutral zone by the Wichita Falls Wildcats as Holden Cronin's cross-ice pass was partially intercepted by Peter Bates. Goes into the Brahma zone. Bates ends up with it. Jostled free off his stick by Austin Bolio, who gets in on the forecheck. Tomas Brejka is back for the Brahmas. Drops it off. Brandon Estes having a look behind his own net. And the Cats falling back into the neutral zone trap. Nobody is forechecking here as Estes is just killing all the time he wants in behind his own goal. He's been doing that for the last 30 seconds. Finally, they move the puck. Alex Berardinelli flying through the middle of the ice. He goes down, and he takes Poikala down with him. Austin Bolio took the puck away. Gets it as far as Van Wy. Tries to take it wide, steps to the net, shoots. That one just missed. It went up high. Poikala, far corner, battling for it with Bud Madej. Madej advancing it there for Peter Bates. Goes behind for Estes. Works his way in front of his own net. Brandon Estes for Alex Berardinelli. Berardinelli backhands one off the near glass. Picked up by Rourke Russell, who looks ahead. Tries to send it back the other way. And we get a whistle here, stopping play. Must have been on an offside, so both teams making complete line changes here. Neutral zone face-off between Hogan Davidson and Nick Rosa. Davidson, the former Wildcat. The linesman drops the puck, and Davidson wins the draw in the neutral zone as Skelly goes D-to-D for Zimmerman, who dumps it in behind Kappelmaster's net. Picked up by Jake Dalton, trying to clear the puck. That corner has just been swarmed all evening long. Dalton Skelly with a good fake at the blue line takes the shot. That missed the net wide on the far side. Held in far point. Zimmerman bladed in behind. Went off the referee's skate. Dalton mishandled the puck. Rescued there by Nick Rosa, who works it out from in behind his own net. Rosa looks for somewhere to go with a pass. Sidesteps 3 Lone Star Brahmas. Gains the blue line. Rosa, far point, takes a bad angle shot that was partially blocked and goes in behind the net. Fed around the boards. Kept in near point by Gilreath. Sent one into the slot, popped up into the air. Lazarus gloves it down. Plays into the near corner. Austin Albrecht coming off the boards. Looks for somewhere to go. Put it in front. Intercepted there. And skated out of harm's way by John Zimmerman. Zimmerman was short of center when he dumped the puck, so icing will be the call against the Lone Star Brahmas. And the linesman watching very carefully, making sure nobody makes an illegal line change over by the Lone Star bench. So the Cats with an opportunity on an offensive zone draw against a couple of tired skaters here for the Lone Star Brahmas. We'll see if they can do some damage here. 7.5 minutes to go in period 3, but the Brahmas win the faceoff, and Oscar Andren banks it off the boards, and it works its way out to center, having just gone through the legs of Michael Rounds. Jeff Baum shoots it the other way, and it was poked up and over the glass by Sean Giles and out of play, so we get another whistle. 24-17 are the shots on goal. 1-0 is the score, still favoring the Lone Star Brahmas. Ever since the 3-minute mark of the first period, the score has stayed the same. The Wildcats have not been shut out this season. Adam Goodsir to take the draw. He wins it. Jeff Baum near point, fed it across for Michael Rounds, whose shot through traffic is redirected in behind the net. Picked up there by Nikita Litviak. Pinned to the end boards there by Cody Wickline. Down goes Litviak. Jarred free for Paisan, who can't go anywhere with it. He's pinned from behind there by Cameron Clark. Paisan and Litviak battling against Giles and Clark for Lone Star. Picked up by Litviak. Tries the power move, put it in front for Goodsir, who didn't have it at his wheelhouse. Here's a long shot. Goodsir fed it across a shot. What a save by O'Brien. Unbelievable stop. He put his lateral movement on full display there, did Connor O'Brien, and he just robbed Andre Paisan after a beautiful heads-up pass from Adam Goodsir. Then Paisan and Goodsir now getting fist bumps from their teammates. That was the best save of the game by Connor O'Brien. Eric Yeager to take the offensive zone draw to the right of O'Brien. Dropped on back for Russell. It bounced over his stick. He cancels out Breka. Puck ends up on Cronin's tape. Feeds Eric Yeager down the right wing side. In the corner now, Austin Albrecht and Eric Yeager battling for it against Estes and Peter Bates. Eventually it's picked up by Bud Madej. Bud Madej shoots it out to center, went off Cronin's skate. Alex Berardinelli's all over it. He takes it wide and shoots it, missed up high. Around the far boards it goes, chopped out to center there by Austin Albrecht. Back defensively to play the puck there was Sean Giles. Oh, and down goes Ben Lown. Big collision there from Alex Berardinelli, who just barreled over Ben Lown. And my goodness, you got a feel for the young right winger Ben Lown on that collision. Alexei Poikla to take the neutral zone face-off. It's won by the Brahmas. Zimmerman, D-to-D. Dalton Skelly fires it out to center. Poikla intercepting, didn't know where it was, so Dalton just picked it up for him. 6 minutes to go here in period 3. 1-0 still the score in favor of the Brahmas. Dalton dumps it in around the end boards, and behind the net it goes. Zimmerman pinned to the end wall there by Alexei Poikla. The two 21s converge. Zimmerman is down, trying to work it up the corner boards. Dalton Skelly emerging with it. Stops behind his own net, as so many of these Brahmas defensemen have done all evening long. Zimmerman played it out to center. Garrett Van Wy backtracking, turned it over there. Dalton rescues it. Austin Bolio gets it. Fed it across for Rosa, who's on a 1-on-2. Rosa down the left wing side, puts on the brakes and fanned on the shot. Jabbed off his stick and guided out to center. Hustling after it there is Kyle Patava. One-handed there away by Jacob Dalton, who beat Patava to the puck. And Austin Albrecht ends up with it. Flies through the neutral zone, gains the blue line. Loose puck rolled into the slot. Cleared away there by Giles, as Lazarus was lurking there. Played around the corner boards. Jeff Baum keeps it in near point, takes a shot through traffic, went off a skate there, picked up by Hogan Davidson, as Rosa has a blowout, and the Brahmas go the other way. Davidson gave it away to Albrecht. Baum's got it in his own end. 4.5 minutes to go in period 3, still 1-0 in favor of the Brahmas. Shots are 24-18 favoring the Brahmas. Michael Rounds now works it from in behind his own net. Cats completing a forward line change. Rounds' pass, redirected off a Lone Star stick. Melberg is back defensively. Gave it to Cam Clark, who will once again skate behind his own goal and just kill some time here. Puck is outletted into the Wildcats zone as Wickline is hauled down. Fans wanting a penalty here, not getting one. Jeff Baum shoots it the other way. Nikita Litviak down the left wing side. Fires the puck into the far corner. Brandon Estes. Sealed off by Adam Goodsir, who took a whack at Wickline and fell. Again, no penalty. Puck ends up behind the net. Paisan tried to center. Goodsir was there, but it was knocked away from him. Paisan falls down, gets back on his skates and tried to guide it back to the point, and a penalty will be called here. And what will be the decision here by the referee, Jeffrey Parker Jr.? We're awaiting the call. Wickline is down on one skate. I did see Paisan fall. This penalty could be for a number of things. And Wickline now getting some attention from the Lone Star Brahmas trainer, Tom Hart. It looks like Paisan now will be having a seat in the Wildcats penalty box. And things do not look good for the Wichita Falls Wildcats. It's a double minor against Paisan. So for the remainder of this game, unless the Brahmas score, the Wildcats will be shorthanded. So they will need a shorthanded goal, or they will need to pull Kapellmaster to get an even strength goal. It looks like Coach LaFontaine, understanding how dire this situation is, has used his only timeout. And will attempt to rally the troops at his own bench. The Wildcats have scored a couple of shorthanded goals this season, but they're pretty few and far between. And against a team like the Lone Star Brahmas, who are so good defensively, it will be a difficult task, to say the least. And now, Dan Wildfong, the Brahmas head coach, using his only timeout. 3.5 minutes to go here in period 3, but the Wildcats are shorthanded for the remainder of that time. Andre Paisan serving a 4-minute double minor for high sticking. So the Wildcats will need a shorthanded goal to get this game tied. They've got plenty of time to do it. But regardless, it will not be an easy task against a team who is so defensively sound. And the Lone Star Brahmas have not conceded a shorthanded goal all season long. The Cats look to change that here. Eric Yeager battling for it behind the Lone Star net, working with Ben Lown. Puck comes free. Eric Yeager pinned to the corner boards there by Martin Melberg. The Brahmas end up with it. Peter Bates has it. Feeds it across the ice. In his own end, Martin Melberg is back and turns. Melberg gains the blue line and then takes a hit from Eric Yeager. Good hit there, delivered by Eric Yeager. Better on the boards, kept in right point, sent into the right corner. Oscar Andron has a look, deals it on back, far point. Estes fed one goal line. Cam Clark gets the pass, side of the net play, read and intercepted there by Rourke Russell. Good defensive stick by Rourke Russell. Puck rolls in behind the net. Cronin taking Melberg out of the play. Wildcats are able to clear the puck all the way down as they complete a line change. And they have killed off 1 minute out of 4 on their extended penalty kill. Puck fired ahead down the right wing side for Cody Wickline, who's in across the Wildcats line. Quick line now, guides it back to a wide open Bud Madej, moving and shooting. That one went off the crossbar. Goes around the boards, knocked free by Poikila. He's got a 2-on-2. Sky hooks one out to center, picked up there by Beaulieu. He's in alone, short-handed by himself. He shoots, he scores! Austin Beaulieu with an incredible shot. The Cats have tied this game up, short-handed, with just 2 minutes to go in period 3. What an incredible heads-up pass made by Alexi Poikila. That is the second time we've seen that this season when a Wildcats player has seen an opportunity to hook the puck over a couple of defenders and land on the tape of a line mate. And Poikila saw the opportunity. He lofted it over the Lone Star defense and it landed right in front of Austin Beaulieu, who deked the goaltender Connor O'Brien hopelessly out of position and roofed it into the top corner of the net on the backhand. The Cats have tied this game up at 1 late in the third period while short-handed. Incredible stuff for the Wichita Falls Wildcats. Rourke Russell guides it into the Lone Star zone. Kelly overskated it. Litviak took it away, centered for Goodsir, who had it on his backhand, couldn't pull the trigger, dropped it on off for Cronin, and he's offside, so he has to hustle back and just dump the puck in. The Cats completing a line change. Not a bad play made by Holden Cronin. The Lone Star Brahmas waiting with it now. The energy in this building has just been ceased by the Wildcats. They've got all the momentum. If they're going to score another goal, now's the time to do it. Van Wy tried to bank it off the far half boards. Beaulieu overskates it, picks it up. He's got Van Wy breaking, but he couldn't get it to him. Beaulieu takes it himself, takes the shot, soaked up by O'Brien, and no rebound. A minute and a half to go here on this double minor, served by Andre Paisan for high sticking, but only a minute and 10 seconds to go in regulation time. This game could be destined for overtime. That's only happened once so far this season for the Wichita Falls Wildcats, and it was against the New Jersey Titans, the 3-on-3 overtime period, in which they dominated for 5 minutes, but were unable to solve the New Jersey goaltender. That game went into a shootout, which the New Jersey Titans were able to win. It was a heartbreaking defeat for the Wichita Falls Wildcats. The last time they lost a game, and it came in late September, Game 4 of the NAHL Showcase up in Blaine, Minnesota. We're getting another timeout here. A minute and 10 seconds to go in period 3. 1-1 the score. The goals being scored by Bud Madej and Austin Beaulieu most recently off a beautiful backhand move. And with all the momentum on their side, the Cats have an opportunity here, short-handed with an offensive zone face-off. Garrett Van Wy and Nick Rosa going over strategy here as they assume their positions on the ice. Jeff Baum and Michael Rounds on defense for the Wildcats. As Van Wy loses the face-off, the Brahmas maintaining control in behind their own net. Cam Clark brings it forth. Feeds one D-to-D for Dalton Skelly, who's got a ton of skating room. Skelly steps in, takes a shot, glove save Kappelmaster, and he hangs on. Less than a minute remains now in period 3 at the Nitec Sports Center in suburban Fort Worth, Texas. 1-1 your score. Shots favoring the Brahmas 25-20. But now Lone Star has a chance with an offensive zone draw. It will be to the right of Justin Kappelmaster, and it will feature Adam Goodsir and Peter Bates in the near circle. The linesman Dustin Rasmussen making sure that all the players are in their positions. Nobody's cheating here. The puck drops. Delton back near point. Cam Clark fed it across. D-to-D pass. Dalton Skelly shoots. Redirected. Went off the glass and behind the net. Comes around the near corner boards. Clark wants it near point, but he won't get it. Goes in behind the net now. Oscar Andrin joining the fray. A 4-man scrum for possession ensues. Jacob Dalton, the victor of that scrum. Oscar Andrin chopped it forth. Ends up out at center. Goodsir had it knocked off his stick on a delayed offside. Goes back in behind his own net. Played it all the way down around the sideboards and into the Lone Star zone. The goaltender Connor O'Brien dropping it off for Kyle Pataba, who swings ahead with a full head of steam. Kyle Pataba reversing the puck in behind Kappelmaster's net. As the Brahmas are on a delayed offside, 15 seconds to go in regulation time. Dalton banks it out to center. Goodser had it rolling on him. Clark trying to take it away from him. Goodser springs Litviak the other way, who's outnumbered and surrounded by several Lone Star Brahmas. Cody Wickline banked it off the far side boards. Read like a book there by Jake Dalton. And period 3 comes to an end as the Wichita Falls Wildcats have rallied and come back to tie this game, courtesy of a beautifully placed airmail pass by Alexei Poikala and finished by Austin Bolio. Short-handed to tie this game up at 1. Unbelievable stuff from the Wichita Falls Wildcats. Shots on goal favoring the Brahmas by a small margin, just 5, 25-20 in that department. Goals even at 1 apiece. And we go to 3-on-3 overtime for the second time this season for you Cats fans. But for the first dozen seconds or so, it will be a 4-on-3 overtime, or until the first whistle, I should say, as Andre Paisan is still in the Wildcats penalty box. So 24 seconds are showing on the Andre Paisan double minor high sticking penalty. If the Cats manage to kill those 24 seconds, then a player from the bench will be allowed to join them on the ice. So it will be 4-on-4 until the first whistle after those 24 seconds expire. So the Brahmas sending out their very fearsome power play unit, and the Cats sending out their very responsible penalty killing unit. 4-on-3 hockey for the next 24 seconds. Peter Bates, Martin Melberg, Bud Madey, and Cameron Clark are assuming spots on the ice for Lone Star. Eric Yeager, Austin Bolio, and Michael Rounds on the ice for the Wildcats. 5 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime begin here as the faceoff is won by Wichita Falls, and Bolio takes it back and shoots it out to center. Jumped away from Eric Yeager, who had a stick on the ice, but it hopped away from him. Puck shot into the Wildcats zone. Michael Rounds shoots it around the boards. Yeager scrambling to get it out to center, and he does. Puck shot right back into Wildcats ice, in behind Kapelmaster's net. Bolio reversing the puck. Rounds gets it out to center. And they have done it. Andre Paisan is out of the box. The Wichita Falls Wildcats are back to full strength, so we go to 4-on-4 hockey until the first whistle here, and then we'll switch to 3-on-3. Cameron Clark feeds it to the left wing side. Peter Bates trying to stick handle his way past Michael Rounds, but no luck with that. Rounds going D-to-D for Jeff Baum. Baum tried to shoot it into the neutral zone there for Austin Albrecht, who was lurking in behind Bud Madey, but Madey read it. Goes in behind the Lone Star net. Zimmerman's got it, pressured by Rosa. And Zimmerman in behind his own goal. Looks for somewhere to go. Rosa makes him turn. Zimmerman works his way forward now. His pass was knocked away there by Rourke Russell. Cody Wickline falls at the red line and drops it off. Zimmerman, Bud Madey gets it out to center. Wickline was down, so it's intercepted there by Rourke Russell. Played it across for Adam Goodser, who's onside. Has to turn. Played it in front. Rourke Russell on a 2-on-1. Tried to feed it in front for Albrecht. Redden intercepted in front. Albrecht shoots. He scores! Rourke Russell's got the game winner! The Wildcats have done it. They have come from behind and defeated the Lone Star Brahmas here at the Nitec Sports Center and have taken game 1 of a 2-game stint in North Richland Hills, Texas. An unbelievable comeback on the part of the Wichita Falls Wildcats. All hope was seemingly lost. They were serving a 4-minute double minor penalty in the last 3.5 minutes of the game. Andre Paisan, one of the Cats' better penalty killers, was unavailable for it. They needed a shorthanded goal to tie the game against a team who had not given up a shorthanded goal all season long. They did just that. They got the game tied in the last 2 minutes. They sent the game into overtime, and they have come back to defeat the Lone Star Brahmas by a score of 2-1. An outstanding victory for the Wichita Falls Wildcats, who improved to 10-1-1 in the standings, the best start in franchise history. As head coach LaFontaine gets some very well-earned handshakes and fist bumps from his teammates and from some officials, as both teams make their way off the ice. To do a short recap of this game for you, the scoring was opened in the 3rd minute of the game. Bud Madej took a one-time drive after being set up by Oscar Andrin in the Wildcat zone. Madej's shot fooled Justin Kappelmaster from a long way out. And that would be the only goal scored for about 54 minutes of play. It was the longest scoring drought the Wildcats have witnessed all season long. It was a very close fought second period. Not a whole lot going on as far as scoring chances were concerned. Just 13 shots total in the second period. 9-4 favoring the Brahmas in shots in the middle frame. Couple penalties on either side. And then in the third period, well, it was pretty much the same story. Very tight checking third period. And it wasn't until the 17th minute mark, late in the 17th minute, that the Wildcats were finally able to solve Connor O'Brien, who was outstanding all evening long. It was on a play that was really, that could go down as the top play of the week, in which Alexei Poikala shot the puck over a couple of Lone Star Brahmas defenders, and it landed in the slot where Austin Bolio picked it up, went to the backhand, and buried it high on the glove side of Connor O'Brien to tie the game up for the Cats. And that was a shorthanded goal, the only shorthanded goal the Brahmas have conceded all season long. It would send the Cats into overtime. And Rourke Russell found twine just a minute in to the overtime, which never ended up being a 3-on-3 like it was supposed to. It was just a 4-on-4 because there was no whistle after Paisan finally exited the penalty box. Rourke Russell slipped the puck past Connor O'Brien through the 5-hole, scoring his first goal as a Wildcat, and that's one he will remember for a lifetime, as it would be the game winner here and would break the hearts of so many Lone Star Brahmas fans here at the Nitec Sports Center. Well, to our listeners on YouTube and to our viewers on Fast Hockey, we really hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. From North Richland Hills, Texas, I'm Alex Von Coydel saying thank you for joining us, and we hope you're able to tune in for tomorrow night's game at 7:30. Have a good night.